So, but you guys want to make some picks here? Some divisional round picks? Oh,
Let's talk about last week's picks.
all right. Oh, of course. Oh, now you want to look at last week's
Yeah,
picks.
now
take it
one time all year.
Let's take a peek. Hey, man, I'm coming down. Don't sleep. These were worth double, weren't they?
No, they were worth single.
Are you sure? I thought they were double.
No.
They were worth triple. Now you're in the lead. It's crazy. We make picks straight up because spreads are for
losers.
Spreads are for losers, which we need that as a T-shirt, by the way. I want that. I want that in the merch. I want that in the merch shop.
For losers.
Spreads are for losers. Presented by DraftKings. No. I was 3-3 last week. I think it was my worst week of the year, or one of them. And you guys both had good weeks. Alex went 4-2. Jay went 5-1 on the back of Baker Mayfield picking the Bucs. As we
it was the Jordan Love pick. That's the pick that he made it off of. Because I did this.
You made both those.
Yep.
Fucking Cowboys.
So
what's your record?
I'm 54-24. Alex, you are 51-27, so you're now just 3 games back. Jay is now just 5 games back at 49-29. So we got here's my proposal. We got the 4 wild card game or the 4 divisional round games this weekend.
Yep.
We can start making all of these going forward worth more points. 2 points for these divisional round games. Let's go 2 points for the. How about just 1 point maybe for the conference games, and then no, I'm just kidding. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to go 2 points for the divisional games? Up the stakes here. It's the only way you can catch me, really.
I'm in.
So.
I'm in for sure.
Yeah, I'm here for
Let's
it.
do it.
All right, here we
Double
go.
it.
Kangaroo court in session.
Here we go.
Texans at Ravens.
I'm gonna let you guys go first.
I'll take the Ravens. Give me the Ravens. It was a great ride by the Texans, but
I'm going Ravens too. I like the Ravens here. I think they continue to be the best team in football. The Texans have been playing playoff games for like 3 or 4 weeks now, right? Like they were constantly on that bubble of like, we have to keep winning. We have to keep winning. That eventually emotionally catches up with you. And a big emotional win after hosting a playoff game. Now you're heading into the juggernaut of what is the Ravens. I worry the tank's not quite full enough to beat a full complemented Ravens football team right now.
yeah. Okay.
As you can tell, I want to. And here's why. 2 weeks off, that's a lot. That is a massive speed bump to overcome, because then when you get back out there, you feel like everything is just so much faster than it really is, and the other team doesn't feel like that because, like Jay just said, they've been playing playoff football games for the last 4 weeks, so their brain is super wired to roll as fast as humanly possible and not think about anything. But this is an outdoor stadium, and it is in Baltimore, and the Ravens are the number 1 seed. And I just want it noted, massive kudos. And what the Houston Texans did this year was awesome. And I think a lot of people slept on them. Dude. Love it. Love what you did, but you're right. Ravens are going to take this one, number 1 seed.
Forecast, by the way, we're looking at
snow,
below
rain.
freezing temperatures with 15 to 20 mile an hour winds with gusts that are higher than that. So it could be cold and windy. Yeah. Lamar Jackson doesn't. I think between the two, Lamar Jackson could just run the ball for 80 yards in weather like that, right? So we'll see. So we're all taking the Ravens.
Yeah.
Just to be clear there.
I think we have to.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, let's do Packers at Niners. This is your squad, dude.
Go ahead, Sirles. I
can't.
Do it, Sirles.
I didn't pick the Packers because I'm in love with the Packer football team. I picked the Packers because they're playing the Cowboys. And the Cowboys melt in the playoffs. Like, until they don't, I will not pick the Cowboys. It didn't matter. They could have been playing the Sisters of the Blind, Deaf, and Dumb. It wouldn't have mattered. I would have picked them. I would have picked them to beat the Cowboys in the playoffs. Right? I didn't love this Packers team. That all said, I think it's a much closer game. Similar to what you said, Boone. The Packers are the hottest team in the NFL right now. Far and away. What they did the last half of the season, that looked like a 12-13 win football team, not a 9-8 football team. Mm-hmm. Like the way they turned it on, the way that Mackey, you talked about the stats that Jordan Love has. The problem with the Packers, I don't think they can hold up against this pass rush.
Agreed.
That's Jordan Love is going to be under duress. He's going to be harassed the whole game. You've got Bosa, you've got Young, you've got Hargrave. Like, you've got dudes across on that D-line. That's going to be the difference in this game. San Fran wins. McCaffrey comes back healthy, full complement. The only thing that stops them is if your quarterback's elbow explodes again. That's it. That's the only thing that stops them is if both quarterback elbows explode. So give me the Niners.
Yeah. Yeah,
Niners.
It's Niners. Is it Niners for all of us here?
Yeah.
And it's a tip of the cap, dude. The Packers 2 months ago, you're looking at that team thinking that might be a top 5 draft pick. They're probably going to draft a quarterback because they do have a decision on Jordan Love here. He's going to get paid this summer starting in 2025, but he's worth it. Yeah. I don't think it's a fluke what he's done the last 8 weeks. And it's incredible that franchise has now hit on a third consecutive top quarterback. I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame like the other two quite yet, but
he took him to the playoffs his first year. That's good enough. And here's what's crazy too. This kind of needs to be a little bit of a mic. When we're talking about the contract negotiations, normally people are like, let's go look at the 4 years of work. Now they're like, let's look back at 1 year.
Scary,
and it's like,
dude.
That's what's going to really become crazy because when they do lose this week, they're going to turn around and go, is that enough to pay a dude? Is it enough to pay a dude? Is it enough to pay him $400 million?
And it's not even really a full year. It's half a year.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, right? It
didn't
half
start
a year.
very well. It ended well.
Who are you? Are you Jekyll or are you Hyde? And which one are we getting for $40 million?
But the problem is there's no middle ground because you're competing against a market of 32 teams where there's always like 10 looking desperately for a quarterback.
They would easily snatch him up. That's what I'm saying. This is the situation where you look back and you go, like in 5 years, if someone goes, how did the Packers get here? You go, oh, he didn't play the first 3 years. He played 1 year, started off shitty, ended up going to the playoffs. They ended up signing him to a record deal because they knew if he were to ever walk out this door, somebody else would sign him. Like, this is why shit is crazy sometimes. You look over at the Saints and you're like, how are you $90 million in the hole? And you're like, oh, that 1 year that you guys decided to pay that one guy and you were like, fuck everybody else down the road. We don't care. Like, this is where the teams need to make serious decisions. And it's crazy because it's the Packers. And you just never thought you would see them go down this road of like, are you going to massively overpay somebody to be on your team? This is crazy.
I mean, they did with Rodgers.
Again.
And then they
are you going to put yourself in purgatory again?
Again.
But they draft.
But to be fair, Aaron Rodgers has a gold jacket. I don't know if you could say he was ever overpaid. Like, dudes that wear gold jackets are hard to be like, that guy was overpaid.
You know what?
Ever.
Yeah, I mean,
don't know if I can put a price on that.
At the end, it was. I think he was trying to get his a little bit more at the end, and he did.
Yeah.
Okay, Bucs at Lions.
Oh, Lions. Time to roll. Can we? And by the way,
Lions,
we didn't even make that a mic. The best.
The Lions. Yeah, we didn't even talk about them. But the Lions lucked out in this draw. I mean, the ability to have to play, the ability to play a home game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Love you, Baker. Love what you did.
Love them,
but they're gonna roll,
dude. Last week was epic.
The only thing that scares me, and I talked about this last week, and it almost came back to bite them. The secondary of the Lions is super suspect. I mean, super suspect.
To be fair,
and they shut down. They did a good job against Puka and Cooper, but Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Trey Palmer. Got some dudes, and Baker just gets it to them in the right way. Good offensive line to neutralize Aiden Hutchinson. It's a good matchup. I just think that the best thing Detroit's going to do is keep Baker off the field.
So watch out. If you're the Bucs skill position players, watch out for your ACLs in this game.
Listen, I have no problem with that dude's hit. I don't think it's legal. I don't think it's dirty. The way the rules have been written, you can't get upset about that. Is it the greatest hit in the world? Could it be better? Probably. But unless you're going to say, hey, we won't fine you if you go try and blow that dude's rib cage up, it's what's going to happen. And you've heard players come out and say it time and time again. I'd rather get hit in the head than get my knee taken out. But the NFL has deemed that was a better play than up top. I don't fault the guy for how he's trying to tackle guys. He also gives up 50 pounds to those dudes.
And Boone, you can fight us, but like here's where I'm at with this. And you guys freaking played in the NFL for a decade and a half combined. These guys are being asked on defense. So it's for 10 years, it is off, the head is off limits. CTE, concussions. The NFL spent 10 years pounding it into people, right? You cannot go high. You cannot missile in. You can't tackle up. Okay, so that's fine. That's fine. Whatever. We'll adjust. So I got here, chest, shoulders, all the way down. It's a close playoff game or a close any game, right? Jobs are on the line. Contracts are on the line. This tight end is rumbling, and if I don't make a tackle, he might run for a touchdown or whatever. I need to stop him from moving, and I can't go high. By the way, if you go into his torso, there's a good chance he's 6'3", 250 pounds, you might bounce off of him. What's the best way to get him on the ground? Go at his legs.
Right through his legs.
I don't know.
And all they have to do is duck, right? All they have to do is see you coming and go like this, and you hit him in the head, 15 yards, beak, and a nice big hefty FedEx, and a nice big hefty FedEx on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah. That's why this hit was different, because as soon as he caught it, he got taken out. That's why I'm saying, like, there's a time and a place, and people can say whatever they want. They weren't out there with me, so I don't really need anybody's advice. There's a time and a place to be a dick. Going for somebody's
I don't
knee
think
like
he's being
that.
a dick.
Dude, I'm telling you, go watch the play. He literally just runs right at his leg. Right at his leg.
He
literally caught ball, went for his knee. Dude. Literally caught ball, went for his knee. 50 pounds lighter, so you're like, hey, let's go tear his ACL while he's outstretched in the middle of the field.
You're not going to make the tackle, are you?
You're not going to make the tackle. You could bounce off him. Or you're going to have to
let's
smoke
go
him
tear
so high
his
up.
fucking knee in half. Like, I have a very hard time being like, yeah, that was cool to me. And I've never been said that that's cool to me, going for someone's knees like that. I've never once been like, yeah, go. I don't care if you want to hit a dude
I'm not saying that it's the proper way to do it, but by the way the law has been written of the NFL, there is no other choice. But what's the other choice, Boone? What's the other choice?
Go for his ribs. What do we do with the quarterbacks? Can't hit him high, can't hit him low. Nobody complains. Nobody goes, this is bullshit. Everybody just goes,
do. What are you talking about? Everyone complains because there's roughing the passers all over the place. Oh my God, that's the terrible
we do it. We do it at the refs that we barely get hit. But the minute he gets hit in his knees, everyone goes, you can't do that. Everybody literally says, you can't do that. That's a fucking fact. I'm not saying we agree with it, Sirles. I'm just saying that the minute the quarterback gets hit at the knees, everybody goes, that's a for sure flag. That's a flag. We've accepted that.
So now everyone's protected. So now you're going to say
I'm
the knees
just
are
saying
protected,
a dude running
the head is
across the
protected.
middle.
Like so you're saying that the defender has a box this big.
So do the DMs. The DMs have a box that big.
You know how fast these dudes are moving.
I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that's the rules. I'm not saying I agree with them. I'm literally saying
think it was a dirty hit, though.
Yes, I do. You went for his fucking knee like that. I'm not cool with that.
I mean, most people agree with Alex.
I never was cool with Alex.
Alex,
I hate to tell you, bro. Most of the guys in the NFL do too. Bro,
I agree with you too. I'm telling you, it's not a dirty hit if that's the only way you're allowed to get dudes down.
No, that was dirty.
It's the only way you can get dudes down. All right.
Then don't play. I don't know.
I mean, listen.
ACL's career is probably forever over.
Jay and I are in the minority here. Most people agree with Alex. But I would say this. If that's the case, then it needs to be a rule. We need to add another page to the 750-page current NFL rule book.
I agree.
So that players know. Because if I'm a player out there, again, it's like jobs, money, playoffs on the line. What's legal, what's not? And if it's currently legal and I got to make a tackle, like I get it. But I hear you, Boone, too. I mean, it sucks. Like TJ Hawkinson, same deal. Same player.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kirby Joseph, right?
Dude, everyone's getting taken out like this now. And everyone's like, well, it's the game. And it's like, that dude's going to need his knee rewired. And we're over here like, that's the game? It's the way we've been playing this game? I don't know, dude. He was pretty outstretched, and you were just kind of going for that knee right away. I just have
if he doesn't make that tackle and they go score a touchdown, or he gets a 15-yard penalty,
or maybe he doesn't make the tackle and his friend comes and helps him make the tackle. I don't know. I'm just saying that can we just stay off the fucking knees? I agree. Stay off of them. Stay off the head, stay off the knees. What do you want me to say? Dude, Sirles, we wouldn't have so many retired guys walking around like me if we could just stay off the knees.
I mean, you could put a rib through guys' lung too. I think we should stay out of the torso too.
Yeah, you know that could be scary. You know, it's scary when you're getting hit. I can't give you this one.
So in summary, we all have the Lions beating the Buccaneers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes, Lions.
For sure.
Lions over the Bucs. Okay, Chiefs at Bills.
Roll Bills, roll, baby. I'm all aboard the Bills. Fire me up, take it, inject it in my veins.